It's Saturday morning, and in Matthew 7, verse 6, it says, "Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and then turn to attack you." What in the world does that mean? It's stuck here at the end of that passage about judgment. You know, this Sermon on the Mount is compiled from different things that Jesus said, and it doesn't necessarily follow directly from what's just been said. The dogs would have been the Gentiles, and the Jews routinely referred to the Gentiles as dogs, the dogs. They didn't have much respect for Gentiles, and so don't give the Gentiles what's holy. Don't give your pearls to the pigs, because they will trample them underfoot. They'll be down in the mud, and then the pigs will turn and attack you, and that's no fun for anybody. Instead, hold on to what you have. Hold on to what's holy and good, and don't necessarily give it out there to everyone. That sounds like almost like a contradiction, because aren't we supposed to evangelize? And yes, we are. But I think what Jesus is getting at is, don't give everything to people who aren't ready for it. You wouldn't give a huge theology book to someone who says, "Tell me about Jesus. I've never heard of him." You wouldn't give a huge theology lesson to someone who has a simple question. You wouldn't give a great deal of deep spiritual stuff to somebody who's just beginning. That's all he means. That's what he means, I think. And so don't be overdoing it. Don't give people more than they ask for. Years ago, we had a seminar class, and several of us were doing a thing on spirituality with this teacher. And once a month we'd meet, and we had to present verbatims of our conversations. And so you'd sit down with your typewriter and try to remember what was asked of you and what you said, and sort of type up this script and then turn that in. And I would always I'd turn these things in, and the professor would look at it, and he'd look at me and he'd say, "So what did you do wrong?" And I say, "Yeah, well, they asked me a question, and I took off into church history and gave them all this stuff." And he'd say, "Yeah, and what were they really asking?" And I said, "Well, probably this." He goes, "Right, that's what you should have been talking about, not the history lesson." Sometimes the history lesson is good, but most of the time what somebody's asking for is not a history lesson. They're asking for spiritual guidance and help right now, today. And so that's kind of what's going on, and what we need to pay attention to. So don't give the whole banana to someone who just asks a simple question. Don't give dogs what is holy. Ponder that, and we'll see you Monday.